of course, Durka was the one that played the majority of Chamber on this map.
Okay, so Alpha plays Chamber.
That's
nice. We like this. Again, Cypher moved over. Dude, I mean, he was opping on the Cypher anyway, so this makes a lot of sense. RB on the Yoru. This could be really fun. Mr. Fluffis, what's up, dude? What's up, what's up? 2-0. Considering his maps, yeah, I think I would be leaning towards that. But we'll see what we got.
If he can keep his
and Alpha and Chamber, this is who they trialed him on. When he did his trial for FNATIC, he dropped like 32 kills or something, and he was playing Chamber for that one. So I think he's been wanting to play it for a while.
Going to shut down that Chamber? I think that more revolves around the defensive half, but on attack too, there's a lot you can do with this agent. Holding down extremities, playing 4-1s where the Chamber is solo set up towards B. DRX, this is the moment where they're going to have to adapt, dig deep against the best team in the world.
Was that pre-Chamber enough? Yeah, that was prime Chamber.
He used to call on the defense. They gave him the responsibility on the Chamber to dictate how they play. I wonder if they're going to do the same thing with Alpha here and how it's going to work out. Our teams are ready, and it's time to kick off our final match at the Shrine. Here to cast this one is Pansy and Hypok.
Thank you, Analyst Desk. And yes, the atmosphere in here is indeed electric. Mike's turned up in FNATIC colors. It's all gone off script.
Reddit's kicking off today. Big time.
Reddit's having a field day. I'm meant to be the biased one, not him. However, we do actually have a cracking matchup in front of us, don't we?
And seeing Alpha come out on the Chamber is such an exciting prospect to get our teeth into bind here. Somebody who's... You put it the same way as when you see Demon 1 go onto the Astor, to the Brimstone. It's like, what would this guy look like if you unleash him? Because Cypher was kind of the cornerstone of what FNATIC have achieved the last few months on
Right, DRX on defense, FNATIC on attack. I wonder how much freedom they're going to give Alpha with this.
Definitely what I've got my eyes on.
Duel over towards Showers Insta, though.
Yeah, the Yoru's there,
by the way.
But hey, it's still there, and it's definitely caught our eyes. But as we go forward, maybe we start seeing that depth of what FNATIC may have. Obviously, we've seen them throughout this tournament being tested more than maybe some expected. And DRX, yes, we know the curse of them hitting that marker in these tournaments and always just faltering. But maybe this time it's different.
Looks like this is the score.
Yeah, just waiting for some kind of duel, some kind of action over towards him.
Head-to-head sets. Zest actually does open up onto Durka here. Able to slip away. I'll be cautious towards long. We'll probably hear the orb being retrieved here. Boaster.
He's got a chance.
He hears that. See, you call him back and then he wants to pass. Jump spotting. Might try and find the timing here. That's kind of nice. They know where two people are at least. I tell you what though, Mako did good. Made the sound over towards here. Instant rotate over towards the side itself and gets a big kill.
A lot of what FNATIC were trying to keep subtle. Leo.
Bro. Chat, one day I'm going to turn this off, but it's not today.
Getting a little bit closer. This is going to need someone to deliver them 2, maybe even 3 here. And Marco's position's lovely. And keep in mind, he has support in there too. Buzz actually dedicated towards Shower. So the map quite small for FNATIC. Hard to break back in here. If they can get the plant, they at least get a little bit of comfort.
Ooh, the spam's good,
It's off. Okay, plant. All right. 3v5 post-plant. Chronicle took a fair crack of damage through that, though, and a lovely pop flash. He eats a fair bit of himself, but for Chronicle,
he gets around the corner as well. That's nice.
Fuse started, first connected, but
nice
a
trade as well, low HP.
And he is a marvel, but this is a lot to achieve with 8 bullets left in this, and no real need.
Nicely done. Big pistol from Mako. I mean, he was everywhere.
Start. Now, having a chat kind of before this game, Mike, they were kind of discussing the mentality for DRX coming into this.
I like what I saw here as well. It was nicely done from DRX. They used their classic, like I call this a DRX anyway as well, when the smoke's over towards this point, they hold over towards Showers a little bit heavier, and that's smoke right there. And again, they just try and let them have map control in terms of getting up short, but they just make it hard for them to actually get the plant down. FNATIC with 3 sheriffs on this one. Alpha has his own sheriff, I guess. And he buys light armor with it, 4 bullets.
Of course.
Then I'm actually here to see it.
DRX are allowed 1 death.
Obviously, this composition on Bind in particular, definitely a catalyst to try and achieve that.
And again, I think we've kind of discussed this till, you know, we're sick. It's just, it's like you can't beat FNATIC by playing traditional Valorant, I feel. I don't think there's many teams, if any, who can. You have to play something out of the ordinary. And this is why all of us are very excited with the idea of like Paper X facing off against them. Someone who's very aggressive. And I don't think it's a bad concept for DRX to toy with. As it stands though, being quite patient about this.
You get tagged up.
That was a nice nade in the corner. Nice shot as well.
Shot, Marco.
Clean.
Closing the door on shore, but Leo slipped through the smoke. Still finds it.
Okay, that's one.
That was the one death they're allowed though. Stax needs to go pick up this gun.
Good
Stax
start
close.
for DRX here. Second round, nice and clean. Bulldogs kept in check, so no financial losses.
Yeah, very nicely done. And then we have another buy into this one in terms of this. Is going to be a drop over towards here, and it's a great bonus.
Yeah, it's going to be bringing in 4 Bulldogs here. Marco will see
where
he settles. It's pretty well invested nonetheless.
I mean, he hasn't bought anything yet, so I guess they're still talking.
The only old progress about.
Stacks himself wants it, picks up the frozen back the Bulldog and picks up the Guardian.
FNATIC gonna maybe slow things down a little bit for their first buy round. Activity here for DRX though. Stacks
he tucked in.
Very aggressive.
Again, kind of holding true to what we were discussing, that this is something they want to toy with, play with, try and attempt.
Yeah, that's wild.
He's having none of it though. He's dealt with Stacks very quickly.
Dude.
Didn't quite get the timing to catch the second, but success elsewhere. And Alpha, the Wonder Kid, for a reason, gonna find 2. That's huge value.
Down to 56 HP though. Probably gonna wait for a regroup here to get healed. It's just Zest and RB try and recover something. I mean, at this point, some damage, sure, but it's gonna be difficult for either of them to really
I mean, they tried to get the trade back, and he just beats them both out.
It could be a real nuisance. They've got to be aware of it. Yeah. Doubling down on it too. Headshot made.
No one in
but
this,
still
no
falls.
deaths.
Boaster.
31.
Less than comfortable, but this round
no
is
deaths. 1-2 armory buys. Great round for them. Kind of perfect.
5 rifles
Some shots from Alpha though. Jesus.
I guess no real mistakes there.
He's having a year.
Stacks.
It's weird that the Guardian pushes close. Like, it kind of makes more sense for the Bulldog to go close, I felt like, but here we are.
Towards showers. Marco one away from the orbital strike now. Again, in this round with some of the key ultimates, but Alpha doesn't necessarily need the tour de force just yet. So the rifle coming through.
Money's relatively low for these two. 2-4 on top of it, so in theory can't buy. Flash goes in over towards long, it doesn't hit anyone, and FNATIC insta. Where do these mollies go?
Yeah, looks like a little bit of a gear shift. Not
there another
completely, but you can see the pressure that Marco's under with this sort of sight hit. Dirk is already above, so looking to maybe isolate Buzz. Does the timing. Oh, and he doesn't get punished on it. That's just seems outrageous.
He still wins the duel out here. Honestly, I don't think Buzz thought he was going to stay up.
But there's bodies here. DRX pulling everyone over. 3 now present on the site and 1 on that.
Smoke is still on site, so it's a little bit hard for them to plant. That's why the plant hasn't gone down again. This is the smoke that I was talking about. The DRX like to throw all the time. Just stops the plant itself. You hit the plant, you put the smoke up.
Oh, still trying to fight. Yeah, Alpha responds with 2.
Alpha gets a double again.
Comes down to a 2v2 now.
The Euro is on the biggest flank of the world, by the way.
The flank and Alpha rightly has already turned. Yes, Zest is deep on the site, but you can see how safe they're playing. Trying to find that last... Oh, come on, Alpha! Bro. Such a nasty player mechanically, seeing that in full force here. Zest now...
He doesn't get another though, right?
Taking space, but flip
Waiting for his team.
28 seconds. Can he find Boaster? Yes. He's got to know Alpha was somewhat nearby. And he gets him.
Nice round from Zest, though, huge. And honestly, his smoke was everything to stop the plant as well. Alpha tried his best, but
he said Durka able to lead the
round's been close.
Unpunished initially. You know, he was spotted in awful timing for the paint shell to come out, but course correction from DRX. Alpha just spots him at the last second. You can hear a little bit of confusion actually as to
I mean, he thought he would walk by. He didn't have vision the whole time.
With that HP, very, very audacious for him to be pushing up. Tour de Force online now. Seekers available for FNATIC, and on the other side,
another round where a flash goes in over towards long, doesn't hit any, and with another round where we go straight up over towards short early on.
And he doesn't, but it's a similar look, right? We saw this before. Buzz willing to maybe challenge on the cross.
I mean, he can hear them all.
A little bit of a hop up, but look who's waiting on the other side. So a nice little exchange here. Pop flash through the TP. Buzz does find Alpha, so that's Tour de Force gone. Big
duel over towards here. I think there's an extra flash. Oh man, they're all winning their 1v1s.
And yeah, Durka standing tall on his tower, but does Buzz fall for it again? He does! Found for a
I like the anti
time.
that they're doing with Alpha, prioritizing that spot over the wall, over the smoke, but
hard to clear this backside. But Durka, always clean, but not clean enough now. Down to Chronicle.
Dude, DRX look good.
Yeah, beautiful.
Really good into these.
Very just dug in positions.
Yeah,
kept
that round from
composed,
Zest really saved them.
Honest here, DRX are playing
this time though, 4 alive, money's great.
FNATIC are kind of testing the waters here.
Yeah, it's an early timeout, and they kind of know about this here, and they're talking over towards it. So their original game plan of walking up over towards short, having trying to use Zest smoke against them in terms of seeing over the top to get picks hasn't worked out as they had planned. So now they're gonna start. Honestly, they'll probably start defaulting more normal in terms of playing like their original plan in terms of how they like to play in practice. I imagine.
Totally different today. Keep in mind the
out of the echo chamber.
Yeah. Yes. And into another somewhat isolated arena. Yes. But, you know, the 7 fans are here. They're mostly crew. But still.
Early timeout? I think this is a good timeout, though, honestly. Like, this force over towards short is getting shut down too heavy.
Because keep in mind, he was the one who was slamming the desk. He was he was furious, and you don't see that from Marco.
Mount Everett, what's up, bro? With the 5 months, thank you, with the tier 1.
Absolutely.
Well, and obviously, I mean, there were other issues in that series.
Yes.
We won't go into now, but
no.
Definitely, probably feeling rejuvenated internally for DRX today, and absolutely necessary versus an opponent like FNATIC.
Oh yeah.
But already off to a flying start in my eyes, Lauren. 4-1
for a better beginning. This is
huge round. Makes a lot of sense in terms of the timeout, important round for them. And yeah, it just feels like it's going to be defaulting a lot more. DRX have a chance to do something aggro if they want to. Wall that goes through the TP on this one. They're talking about it. They also did nice and late, so maybe FNATIC don't have too much time to adjust for it. Flash goes down, but this time it actually hits something. Wow, yeah. And this makes sense that they decide to go aggro. It's just a classic, right? The attack team decides to do a timeout and you go aggro, try and push them off their new original plan where they're focusing on it. So this was pretty nice. But as soon as this flash came in, they should know that it was a different plan. But again, they still wanted to just go aggro. That was the original call. Nicely done from Chronicle.
Marco to hold down the fort here. Does have his ultimate, but a 3v5
in terms of the money, DRX are kind of fine with it, but again, they would love to do damage because Econ's a little bit wrecked here.
The pings on the minimap here. Leo obviously pinging out that he's going to be dogging up towards Hookah. Spike not committed just yet. 55 seconds left on the clock. FNATIC still looking to plant seeds.
Marco's position is making me wildly anxious, but maybe to try and deal with this sort of play. We've seen FNATIC trying to creep off this. Oh my god,
further.
Marco, that's mental.
Oh my. Dude, he might get a lot.
He's the only one here. The other 2 are on the flank. And how long does he wait? How patient is it's connected. He knows the flash connected, but he's done everything! Everything you could ask for! And Stacks in the back gonna get out for down. It's all on Chronicle. He's got his ult though, and that should keep him safe for the plant. What can Stacks do? He's got the dog, he's got 2 flashes, and he's quick to this. He wants to find out where Chronicle is. Can't quite connect on the dog, and the slow gets invested. He's gonna try and buy as much time. And Chronicle,
his ult's going to go down, right? I don't think he gets round in time.
Oh, he doesn't.
Yes, dropped.
Tanks it down anyway.
So that's quite telling. Stacks is just a couple of steps behind though. And that flash shows where he is, but he still thinks he might be in towards... Wait, he's still paranoid about it. He hasn't even thought about it. Chronicle hasn't stopped walking. Patient the whole time. Through, turn, fight! He gets the tag, down at 20. And Stacks needs to close this gap. He's got to get to him, and he does! DRX! And I've got to say, Marco being masterful, but the time.
Yeah,
he's got it. He's got it.
Yeah.
What a round
no worries
from
with that
Stacks. What a round from Marco before that as well.
Yeah, I mean, Mako did a hero play.
And the flash catching doesn't give it away. You could see Leo thinking something's weird. What's gone on to be able to connect that flash? But he still did so well.
Yeah, 3v5, that doesn't normally happen.
Absolute
They're playing great though, DRX.
from the two power players.
Mini's looking calm. Mini gets more annoyed when they win rounds.
A 5-1 lead here on Bind.
This is...
And just to come back to that same point, you said playing with no pressure and stuff today. It's not often you see Marco in kind of these high-risk, high-reward situations. Usually a solid backline player. Yeah, he's the safe pair of hands. So it's key, actually, if it's going to throw off some of the... Oh, Robbie actually...
That's unlucky. What was it with the flash they went through? Flash goes through, opens the door, tried to get in early. I like the attempt though. You block the vision, you flash through, and then you try to get through anyway. Like it's a nice idea. Obviously, Yoru can TP out as well.
Maybe not finding as much comfort as they'd like in that, but obviously DRX on a switch up too, but making it look much better for them here. But now we do see Durka with the ult. Gonna have the Guardian out. Chronicle has very little. Coming in, Frenzy for Boaster, Stinger for Leo, and the kind of hero rifle for Alpha. The late flash is revealing that FNATIC's intention is creeping.
Durka has his ult.
To be long here. Gorgeous from Buzz.
Alpha gets taken down. Is an eco though.
And slips away. Pop flash and pop on through. Zest and Stacks.
Yeah, I mean they're very aggro.
From DRX.
Yeah, this is nice. It feels like they've worked out that it's kind of like a 4-1. They see Alpha over towards here and they want to exec on them without getting exec on.
Gave the credit to the likes of Billy for this sort of aggression.
Look at this.
EDG for these sort of aggressive looks.
It's going to be 6-1.
But all of them would have fumbled against FNATIC as Billy did, but be able to do it here for DRX. This is a lovely addition to their playbook.
And it's really well coordinated as well. We were able to construct some of these pieces on the fly.
4 people surviving. A little 3,000 for everyone.
Chance of fighting back in here.
Nice.
Look at the left side of the screen.
Really good.
Ultimates are plenty here. For
what
DRX.
A start for them. One of the best we've seen for a while.
Lesser purchase.
God, this is so impressive. It's just not
FNATIC timed out. Yeah, they did it 4-1.
Just a couple of rounds ago, but the traditional protocol list of trying to play DRX doesn't really include this often. You're not keeping that very much at the forefront of your mind. Now, can FNATIC handle it? Absolutely. But it's a different challenge.
Well, also, to take this as an example on Bind, when we did see this composition previously, there wasn't an awful lot of proactivity. It was still very DRX-esque.
Let's see what happens now.
There was no kind of pin everything on
big
one
buy
opening
round.
engagement
Oh god.
and hope that we can kind of
we're just going up.
rounds through that.
No, okay, we're absolutely sending it.
Proactivity is the name of the game.
Chronicle.
Chronicle.
In the normal pause that he does to do this as well, so they could have pre-fired it, honestly. But they didn't know that the molly was down yet.
He wasn't alone.
It was a great shot from Chronicle. Like, Chronicle's holding his ground well. Dog goes in over towards long, spotted 2 as well, so they get a little bit of information that there's 2, so they kind of know at least where 3 are. Right, these 3.
Deeper, trying to keep a little bit of a track on the back of showers. But FNATIC need to reclear this now.
FNATIC could definitely just hold a default for a long time. They're very proactive, and they're 4v5. That's what they're going to be doing.
Now with the reclear coming out from DRX towards short.
Smoke makes this a bit too obvious. He's not going to smoke that, right? But he smokes long.
But look at Leo.
That's nice.
Waiting and actually receives. So he notes the play. He notes the intention. But does he even estimate there could be 2 players here?
Seekers. Only 2 go over towards here.
Obviously, reveal the presence here. Not Stacks flashing this.
It is. And he's all alone, but he's still got value. He's just taken a brawl.
Wait, they took down the smoker? Wait, they took down the smoker.
Ultimate,
it's actually pretty good.
Stand up to the test of Alpha yet.
It's only a little pocket to play in.
30 seconds left.
It should be expiring about now.
Dude, elbow becomes so strong now. Mako, oh, perfect time. 1 passing on site.
Zest still stands. Cross gets watched. Marco gets the punish. And where was Alpha in this? Maybe
Chat, 16 seconds. They're going to go for a double molly to plant.
And now to the 3v3. Look at the time. Trying to re-clear this. All that storm.
Oh my goodness. Mini's going to call another timeout.
DRX has stopped FNATIC in their tracks.
He's actually going to have to call another timeout.
This round is wraps, and DRX are doing everything that they need to against FNATIC.
What a beautiful split with the orbital strike kit. And then the layers as well. The snake bite comes through. The molly's there. There's no chance of anybody swinging on.
They're so proactive. Like Stacks is everywhere.
I don't know if he's very, very paranoid of a hookah stack or something.
FNATIC are getting the fast kills.
The backside of Marco.
It just doesn't matter.
Durka in the back of the head. And this is on the back of, don't get me wrong, the orbital strike splitting things. But
he's putting an Aspas.
The timing just the timing's just a little bit off there.
Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't want to use the timeout yet, but at one point you got to. Money is still, again, really, really low. Might have to eco after this one, but they got the full loss bonus coming in. Big duel.
And Alpha's not loving that.
Yeah.
He actually bests RB. Oh,
nice trade though.
So
dude, I respect DRX playing with probably the most confidence we've ever seen them play this tournament.
You take these trades.
Like, when we watched their Ascent the other day, I said it was the most proactive they've ever been on defense, and this one as well feels like the same thing. They're just doing, they're just playing, they're playing like they are way better players.
Entrances to A site.
It's cool to see. I like that.
I was going to say, if Durka doesn't get spotted by the Trailblazer, but...
Again, you'll hear pro players and coaches and stuff talk about not fearing to lose, and like what it kind of means with that is a lot of times you're not making plays that maybe you would like to be making because you're scared of like throwing away the rounds and costing your team the game. And DRX definitely like not fearing to lose. They're doing anything and everything at the moment.
He's trying to slip ahead. He's trying to be in an unexpected angle here.
This
cubby. Oh, not again! Stacks! This is madness! Pop flash and he lives! So
he have the spike.
It's down as well! Durka and Leo will be furious about this.
Oh my god, though. They changed. Okay, nicely done. He does get the spike. We have Viper at spawn. Dude, you got a Viper with this. You got a Viper with this. Oh god. It's nice molly. It's nice molly.
Melting away. Durka on the defense. Leo looking vulnerable, but he still stands. Durka defending this with everything he's got. And now Leo on the site, and Stax has a look. Can he find Leo first? He's looking for him.
They're
given much, but the pixel was all it took.
Plant's not good for Durka.
Certainly not, and the fake flash gives Stax the angle. Gets the cross, and now he gets started toying with him. Teasing, and he gets him! Stax with an audacious, outstanding
Dude, how are they winning these? How are they winning these rounds, though, chat? They keep getting the first kill.
And time again.
Stax is ridiculous. He's just exec-secking on them every single time. Some kind of reaction. This wall is like his friend. He's either flashing through it, hiding behind it, getting two.
Occasionally he'll be in a spot like this,
no way, they team flashed though. So they also team flashed so the trade can come back in. Like damn, they're melting a little bit.
We saw it on long, not too. We saw it on long, like not too long ago. Right? That pop flash through the wall, the regress towards it. FNATIC are facing a team who aren't afraid of them. And we haven't seen that for a minute, and there's reason why, but DRX are giving them no quarter.
1-8. Dude, I can't remember last time that I saw a FNATIC with like a 1-8 score.
The massive value they've garnered here in the first half of Bind. FNATIC's map pick, nonetheless.
God.
And we're looking at an 8-1 score and a second mini timeout in round 10.
You don't see those often.
We've got Monkey Enjoyer, 69, 420, of course. They're the numbers that you choose with the Prime. Thank you, with the 4 months, and the Chican as well with the 3 months. Thank you very much.
We're sat in an empty venue, near on empty. Audience, you've done very well. Coaches and staff, appreciate you.
There's somebody waving at us in a FNATIC jersey.
There we go. The FNATIC fans are all together. That's good. Yeah, well, maybe we'll find him by the bar soon at this point.
That's this side.
Yeah, that side. Yeah. That's also lights out. It's very strange in here. I hope we get a little crowd shot at some point. The gym cam operator's there like, Jesus. So come in. But the operator is in hand. But it does feel a little, it feels very surreal to be seeing
timeout. Now what on earth do they do? Original plan's been messed up over towards A. Their backup plan of going over towards B has been messed up.
Coming out of that timeout,
what do? They're up against some ults still.
Kind of slow down and control a little more.
Sregian as well. What's up, bro?
It's been the same
What's up with the 5 months? Thank you for the Prime, mate. Appreciate your support. Thanks for the 5.
And look who's in the spot.
RB here.
Pop flash. Does he go? Second time he does, and the flash is fantastic.
Dude, they're eating the flash. The double flash. They keep execing on them, man. It looks so hard to play against. They're just so not scared. It's again, it looks. DRX look like Paper X for some of the stuff they're doing.
And it's 2 kills in favor of DRX. And this is a scenario where if they can continue to get aggressive on the extremity, even just isolating one person, I'm not saying it should be Alpha.
They're in spawn.
Again,
we've got a minute left. They're in spawn.
Been traded out previously by Buzz, sure, but this is another thing where
Maple Brown 1283 Melon Show. Welcome in. Thank you for that, Maple Brown. Melon Show, welcome into the Slug Club.
POV if possible. I'm kind of interested if he's doing not a tactical timeout, yes, as a kind of mid-round timeout. As it stands, just kind of going through it. hand off the kit. Yeah,
controlled aggression.
Like,
I mean,
it's like kind of wondering again. You usually see, especially.
I mean, this is one of the rare times that DRX have actually got one of the first kills. That's the mad thing about this as well, because everyone's reaction once they lose a kill has been great from DRX. Like in the either 3v4 or 4v5, it's been incredible. And this one, we actually get to see the exec working well with the smoke and the double flash. RB descending it.
Well, I say that it's not even high risk.
Beam Slicer as well with the 3 months. What's up, dude? Thank you.
Dash that, you know, Vision Strikers themselves trademarked. They kind of embraced that themselves. You didn't see plays like this. It wasn't flashing out of smokes. It wasn't. It wasn't that sort of aggression. It was drilled set pieces. Leo. Like I said, Leo's.
He tanked the flash.
Heaven on split. Just
he absolutely tanked the flash.
But yeah, this is a completely different sort of aggression that we're seeing from DRX. It's unorthodox. They're not
Alpha
necessarily
gets the
a very unorthodox
attack
team.
op
We
out.
always credit the structure and how well coordinated they are.
Oh no, Boasties.
This is what I think starring FNATIC.
I didn't even realize.
I absolutely love the fact of it is still quite well crafted. And now you're going to be wanting to be anti-flash if you're Alpha. I'm slipping away. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, they've done it again! Every time there's a wall, a smoke, anything, go anti-flash, please, because DRX are
You're a chamber. Why is this TP in the open though? Okay, so chat. What happened here is he wanted to go for the more aggro TP where you can take the wider jaw into this angle and TP away. What that also means is it's not round the corner, so if they do exec on you, you can't actually get away. So that's why he doesn't want to TP, because he's just going to TP to the same place. So he takes the risk, puts it a little bit closer so we can get the further peak jaw, and they exec on him. Oh my goodness.
Come down, reveal there's still a lurk in play. We're going to have the ult coming through as well. Buzz can buy a second. Exactly, they couldn't capitalize on the space they may have just earned. Seeker lazily making its way through, and his post is still looking for an opportunity. Doesn't clear close, and Buzz gets what he wants.
Damn, bro, they're wrecking them.
No one can do anything. Dirk has got a sight. Brilliant. He's got to get to the other side of the map with 35 seconds. He can't give too much away. And look at Zest.
They're all so confident. Dude, he's not going for a knife or anything, right? Okay.
Escape.
That's the kind of levels we're getting to. I'm worried they're going to get knifed.
Won't be the one.
This is not going to be it, no. And just to come back to a point I was about to make, that it's so rare you actually see FNATIC fail to respond to what's going on across the map time and time again. This default hasn't really stood up to the test of DRX's aggression. All they're doing is they're spinning the wheel, picking an extremity, and fighting for it. Yeah. The only time we've really seen them get shut down was the double swing on short. After the timeout, and Chronicle found 2 headshots, that was it. We haven't seen FNATIC stack up as 2 and actually fight for
kill means literally nothing on this one.
Outside it, we haven't actually seen them have the opportunity.
Yeah, look, you can see his TP there. It's in front of him.
And then you see, again, you can't fault Chronicle in this position, but somebody has to make a hero play, which isn't FNATIC's strong point. No. That's not what we usually look for.
Jesus, it's falling apart. Liquidus OG with the chat. Let's get some slugs in for the 27 months. God damn. Liquidus, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you so much. Thank you. This time we get the flash in, no wall up. Oh. That was nice though.
First time they've really got an opening pick.
Nah, it's honestly not. They've actually been getting opening kills sometimes. Just not last 2 rounds.
You're trying to maybe
it's way higher than it feels like it is.
Anything you can, but nice upgrade for Durka there. Couple of ults as well to play with.
I mean, you're right. This doesn't feel like
Judge with a backup rifle.
And hope for the best, really. FNATIC still don't commit behind.
Man, they must be so nervous. They keep losing every single 4v5. This guy behind is going to get absolutely wrecked by this Seeker.
Leo, 3 to 9,
bizarre.
It's just
it goes insta behind Mako.
They still don't have any access to the site. The spike's down once again, and they're struggling. Stack's trying to support over towards
oh my God, they can't win a duel as well. And then they're getting wrecked by the normal smoke over towards here. Holy hell, they obliterated them in this half.
11-1 on the half.
Switching sides.
Oh no, boss.
Got a little bit of frustration on stage as well. It's actually Durka to be the one trying to calm everybody down here. Keep their heads in the game, but it's a tall order with that scoreline.
Wait, was there a...
Absolutely unprecedented.
Yeah, this is truly out of realm of like any expectation I had for this. I wanted a close game, a close affair, but this reinvention of DRX has completely derailed FNATIC.
Oh, Jesus.
The little mini montage.
Damn, I love how he moved his mic upwards, but then we can still hear it. Moved the mic upwards so we didn't hear him complaining, but then we still hear it. That's incredible.
It doesn't really affect us that we are in lower bracket. It's just like almost the same right now as lock-in. You need to win 5 matches in a row and you will be the winner. We can just do it with the same approach. We just need to go one by one. We will see in the next matches how we will play for the fans. As always, we love you all. Thank you everyone who is supporting us.
Enough?
I mean, it really matters.
I don't know, man. It doesn't feel like it, but
Champions also. I love you all. See you in the next match.
Alex moved his mic up this time too. Yeah, the coaches are aware that they're heavy on the replays.
As said, I want to give all the credit in the world for DRX reinventing themselves after another. I mean, honestly,
yeah, this was cool from DRX because again, it's like what I talked about. I prefer them playing with zest, but I like the style that they have with Foxy where they go aggro, and yeah, they finally just merged them.
And that loss wasn't a pretty one, if I'm honest. It was not a nice loss. It's not one you come away with going brilliant. We've learned something. No, it was nasty. And I can't stress enough how much credit I want to give to DRX for reinventing themselves here in this scenario. It feels like, keep in mind, they've often faltered here, right? This has always been that last stop for them. They've never really been able to push.
Yeah, they always hit that.
I don't think so, Theo. That shouldn't really come into it, to be honest.
And how many times are we talking about DRX? This is the event. This is the event where they can carry through the momentum.
Did Mako have COVID? Yeah, I guess he tested negative.
You come into this cursed lower bracket and you open up versus FNATIC in an 11-1 scoreline on their map pick. Have I woken up yet today?
It doesn't feel like it.
So we're in a fever dream.
We've had.
Okay, we go into the pistol.
And then also an earthquake.
It's
maybe something's got a little topsy-turvy here. But it's so good to watch. I think any fans of Valorant will love seeing this because you get to see what you can do when you reinvent a couple of aspects of your team. A couple of different looks here.
Yeah, it's so nice. Again, DRX,
confidence upgrade.
I like this from them.
We're seeing this kind of freedom.
You just don't expect it from them.
See at this point. Normally that pressure mounts. And to do it against FNATIC, I mean, come on. Now we go back in. Can FNATIC make a game out of this? As always, it starts with one round. We have a 4-to-1
So we go for a 4-1 setup in terms of FNATIC. Trip over towards here. Alpha playing super defensive. Kind of what you see from, who did this? NRG, I think. Where they just get a kill TP away. Instant reaction over towards it. Oh, that was unlucky for Zest. Just went a little bit too early. Mako, though, sorry. Alpha, though, did hold on to his TP for a bit. Mako hits a nice shot, and they get over towards the site, and this is a hard retake. 3 pass and took the TP.
That's where the pressure's coming from. There's going to be a late presence from Durka. That could be essential.
They get called to go clear this smoke, because there's a smoke down. And they send one over towards long, so we're gonna have a late play over towards long. We'll see how long RB holds on to this information for. Nice shot. Nice crossfire. RB on top of this from Chronicle. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Mako, man. Mako is definitely back. 17-6. 17-6, and this is 11 chances for DRX to take down FNATIC on the first map. That's wild.
At the side switch, but doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Boasties still no kill. Alright, chat. We need to get some. We need to. He has to get a kill, man. Chat. Spam some kind of slug. We got to do something, man. He has to get a kill. Spam some kind of slug. I don't know any kind of slug to help him out, man. He needs to get a kill, bro. I don't want to see anyone go down like this. There must be some kind of energy, like the gym one maybe? The gym slug? That's full of energy. Spam the gym slug. There we go, gym slug.
Bring it back down to a 4v4, but this is not comfortable at all.
Difficult as well in terms of the weaponry here. Boaster only a sheriff in hand. Alpha only got the headhunter. Smoke down. The next point point of contact is. Stacks pressured a little deeper, but Buzz with the judge causing massive problems right now.
FNATIC need to start kind of building back towards this noted. No one on the defuse, but Boaster doing
okay.
if he has to.
He's on for one.
Marco and looks for that next player to come through
you
that
too
smoke.
missed.
Tap, it's huge! Oh, and Stacks got Leo! Alpha's there! Boaster's falling, it's all on Alpha!
Oh,
A 1v2, and the time is not on his
side! 13-1 them.
History is being rewritten today with a scoreline like
Holy, that was their map as well.
DRX,
We've got Haven next though, which is a good map, but oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, again, 13-1, it's one of the easier ones to brush off.
What a performance from DRX.
But damn, this was impressive.
Like that.